I love upcycling my glass jars. Whenever I get food or something that comes in a glass container, I love to just clean it off and reuse it as my food storage containers. Because one, it saves money rather than going out and buying a bunch of new glass containers. Two, it's non-toxic, so it's better to store your food in glass versus plastic. And also it's just great for the environment because we're recycling. So a few of you have actually asked for a tutorial on how to remove the sticky residue from the labels off of your glass jars so that you too can recycle your glass. And I'm gonna show you how to do it. It's super simple. All you're gonna need is a cheap oil, some baking soda, and a pot to boil some water in. Welcome back to Organic Essentials, where we make real food recipes. Let's get into it. So, as you can see, there's this sticky residue. That's what's gonna happen on at least one part of the jar. And this is what we wanna get rid of. Okay? So, I'm gonna fill this pot up with some water and we're gonna boil this on the stove. All right. This is gonna loosen up the glue before we put the paste on it, okay? All right, so if there are any lids, you wanna just remove them and then go ahead and add your jars to the pot. It's okay if they float. These are some I removed the lids from, but they still have a lot of sticky residue on them. If you notice, if you sink them a little bit, they won't float as much. See? Get a little water in each jar and then it'll sit. It won't float. So, probably, you know what? We're gonna start with those four. I'm overstuffing it. But you can do them in batches if you have a bunch of them. And we're just gonna get this oil a little bit. So for the paste, you're just gonna need some baking soda. You don't really need to measure, just pour in. You'll see, we'll get the consistency going. You pour in as much as you think you'll need. And just get a cheap oil. Don't use your expensive oils and waste it on that. You just wanna give it a mix. And it's gonna be like, I'm actually gonna add some more baking soda to this. You want it to be like a toothpastey kind of consistency. I'm gonna get it a bit thicker. Okay, we're getting there. A little more baking soda. Yeah. And this is actually we're gonna put to sit on our jars for about 15 minutes. You can even do this on, you know, if you've already taken the paper off your jars and there's no paper left, you can just put them on here and let it sit and then take a towel, a cotton towel, and like scrub it. So I'm actually gonna try that on some of these. So what I have behind me, as you saw on one of those, I just took the paper off and it still had some paper attached. So to get all the paper off, you wanna boil it. But if you already got the paper off and maybe even washed it yourself and you're like, there's still some residue from the glue on there, this is what you wanna do. So, just get it, spread it on there, on the residue, okay? see it on here. And this is just gonna help create an abrasion when you scrub it off. It's gonna make it a bit easier to scrub that residue off, and it'll be nice and smooth. Okay. I think I got all the places. All right, I'm just gonna set this here. And we'll do it on this one. I think I've got it all places. Okay. There we go. This one's mostly clean, but there are a couple little spots that I missed last time, so I'm gonna get that here. I love this because it's non-toxic. You don't have to buy something with a bunch of chemicals in it to get it clean. You don't need Goo Gone for this. This is cheap and non-toxic, so I love that. So we're gonna set a timer for 15 minutes and just let this set on it before we start scrubbing it. And of course, by then, our water should be boiling and we can easily get the rest of that paper off. And basically we'll do the same thing with those once they cool. All right, so this is pretty much all I needed it to do, is just get to a light boil. As you can see, the paper has already come off of this without even touching it. Just the hot water loosened that glue up enough to where the paper that was stuck on here is already floated off. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn this eye off and move this off the heat. All right, so we took these off the heat and we're just gonna let them cool down a little bit before we start working with it. We don't want it to be scalding hot. It's okay if they're warm, but we just don't want them to be like boiling hot when we're touching it with our hands. So BT dubs, I've done this before and I've just used like an oven mitt and a towel. This one's slippery, so I use this in like a cotton towel with some grip to it. I just got this because I'm gonna start learning how to can jars, but if you have one of these handy dandy little handlers, it's great because you can use this and pick up boiling hot jars and not burn your hands. But if you don't have this, it's totally fine. Just use like a towel, a thick cotton towel, or like an oven mitt, preferably one that's not as slippery as this, and it'll be fine. I want to empty the water so it dries a bit, or so it cools a bit faster. One thing you don't want to do is put these hot jars in anything cold or put cold water in there to cool them off. That will crack the jars. They're gonna break on you. So you want them to cool gradually, okay? So be patient. All right, so I'm gonna empty these jars. All right, so it's been 15 minutes. We are gonna take a cotton towel and scrub the residue with the paste on these jars. Okay. Oh, where even is it? It's like so clean. Oh wow, okay. I just wanna show you this. I'm gonna rinse this off so you can see how clean this is. Just look at that. If you can see There were a couple spots towards the bottom. I can't even see where they were anymore. I'm so excited. Okay, let's do the other ones. This stuff is magic. Wow, it's just coming right off. You don't even have to scrub that heavy, but you can see where it needs a little extra elbow grease, and it just comes right off. All right. All right, I'm gonna rinse these off so you can see the difference. Boom, look at that. You can't even tell. Can't even tell this was sticky before. This one either. Got some stuff on the inside. That's from the paste. There we go. Isn't that crazy? All right, now we get to do it with these. These have cooled down. See how easy this is? And cheap. You don't have to buy anything. You got baking soda at home. You got oil at home. I wonder if this works for other things you would need Goo Gone for. I've only used it on glass, but you know what? I bet this works on mirrors and all kind of stuff. It's good to know. Oh yeah, look at all this is gonna be gone. All this right here. I think I saw something on YouTube or TikTok and decided to try it, and it worked. So now this is what I do. Somebody posted a video on, I think I Googled or looked up on YouTube. You can learn everything on YouTube, but how to get the glue off jars. And I saw someone do this. I don't remember who. I would give them credit. But it's pretty amazing. You can learn literally anything on YouTube and Reddit and TikTok. So guys, if you find this video helpful, please be sure to like and subscribe. It really helps out our channel. And we really appreciate it. I say we because my husband's behind the camera. And we love making videos and recipes to share with you guys. All right, it's been 15 minutes. Now let's do these jars. And these are the one we boiled to loosen up the glue because there was still a lot of glue on these. The other ones didn't have as much glue left. Look how it just comes right off. You want to be sure to use a cotton towel and not a paper towel, because the fibers from the paper towel will just stick on here and it'll just be even more of a mess. It'll just be super sticky, so just use a cotton towel. You can always wash it, it's fine. This one needs a little bit of extra elbow grease, but it had some thick glue. Oh, look, it's coming off. Even that's coming off. Oh my God, look at that. You can't even tell. It had 2 big knots of glue right here. You can't even tell. Now this one, you saw this one. This had a bunch of glue on the sides. Don't be scared. Get up in there and scrub it. Wow. I'm amazed every time. This is so satisfying. Almost like it's aesthetically pleasing and enjoyable. Okay, so I'm gonna rinse these off in some warm water and just show you what they look like now. Look how clean these are. Literally, this was covered in paper, and you saw there was this glob of glue, 2 globs here, somewhere on here. You can't even tell. That's gone. This was the worst one. It had glue, a thin layer of glue all over. You can't even tell. And now I can just let them air dry, washed them, rinsed them out, you know, wash with soap and water, and then we'll just let them air dry, and we can reuse these. You save the tops, and you can store whatever you need in them. But now we have plenty of clean, not sticky glass containers. Both free. Guys, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Eat well, be well, and I will see you next time.